F that. First of all, this gonna be a long video. This joint is an hour 17 minutes. F that. First of all, let me get my shout outs out real quick. Can I do that? Shout out to my main man, Grandmaster Frost. Yeah, I remember that. Hey, check this out. Shout out to Grandmaster for I forgot the song that I was listening to on your channel. Dude, he said DMX. He was talking about DMX. Rest in peace to DMX. Compared to Diddy, DMX was abused. I'm just going by what he said. I don't know. Not abused, but he was raised by a single mother. His mother whipped his tail, whatever. He didn't have a father. He was doing a lot of bad things. DMX was on drugs real hard too, just like Diddy. But he ain't do half the stuff Diddy did. People kill me like, well, the reason why he act like that, Puffy. The reason why Puffy act like that because his mother, his mother did. No, dude, you gotta take responsible for your own actions when you're an adult. Yeah, my mother whooped my tail or whatever the case may be. And but now I know better. I do better. To me, I see the opposite. I see some of my friends was raised and they didn't have their fathers in their lives. So when they had kids, they wanted to make sure they was in their kids' lives and teaching them right from wrong. It's like the rich spoil their kids and give them everything. And then when they have kids, they give them everything but time. But then when they have kids, things just come out differently. Anyway, check this out. Shout out to everybody in the comment section. Shout out, man. Appreciate everybody. Say, Uncle Mike, this your channel. You can eat if you want. Shout out to everybody who stop eating on the channel. Shout out to y'all too. Stop eating on the channel. It ain't professional. Well, first of all, who told you this is a professional channel in the first place? Bullshit. Who said that we ain't professionals? Kick your shoes off, relax. Mikasa is your Mikasa. Is that right? Did I say that right? Me Kasha, you Kasha. My house is your house. Feel comfortable here. Leave a comment and don't hesitate. Ain't nobody is going to take your comment down. So you can say whatever you want about Uncle Mike. You like my shirt? Shout out to everybody who said they like my shirt and stuff. I thought I would wear my fitted shirt, y'all. I thought I'd wear my fitted shirt. That way y'all can see my belly. I'm old, man. I don't give a sugar. I'm old. I don't care. I ain't think I would ever make it this far and be this happy. I'm proud, man. I'm going to live life one time. One time. I'm going to live life one time. I don't give a sugar. You say whatever you want to say. And it's funny because the more I try to do things, I was doing it wrong for 2 years. Don't do this. Okay. Don't do that. Okay. Don't do this. Okay. And then when I start saying, I was trying not to eat. Y'all be trying not to eat on the channel, man. But I'm eating this normal human being stuff. I'm trying not to cuss that much, man. That let me know. Anyway, why not? You see, they got channels out here with people showing all their food and they eating and licking their fingers and they snapping on purpose because that's part of their channel. And then I got people that was showing me these channels, man. Anyway, hey, I'm pissed off at Puffy. Puffy, I'm mad at you. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm mad at you because you messing up. He got new charges again. Look, Puffy, let me tell you something, man. You got 50 months. We need to drag this thing out a little better than what you're doing, man. I keep telling people that you're going to be in jail for 2030, at least. That's what my God telling me. But you making it easy. He already done threw Mark under the bus. I know Mark is pissed off over that one. Not Mark, because Mark, he a little snake, his daggone self, what's the word they always say to cover stuff up? Allegedly. Mark a snake itself. You know he a snake if he over here. You know that, Mark. You know daggone well you was there and seen something, and you know good and well you got yourself a client, and you got 80 people pointing the finger at him. So I'ma clear all that stuff up, and he paying you millions and millions of dollars. You know he know. Boy, that boy going, man, Diddy, Mark, I know Mark going downstairs. Shout out to the black lawyer. I don't even know his name, that stepped off. Lawyer walks off because the case is too thick. Even his mama is on IV drip. Sick. This dude is sick. Ray Charles can see that he's sick, and Ray Charles he gone. Rest in peace. Forget him being blind. That was a corny joke. Anyway, sources say Diddy will face new charges, and 50 Cent may have it all on film. Got to be more careful. Got to be. I am unstoppable. Once you start thinking like that, oh my God, man, Jesus, Lord. Y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Shout out to the enders. Shout out to all my enders, meaning that you made it to the end of this video, man. Love y'all so much, man. I'm going to say one more thing, man, then we're going to get to the video. Everything that you do doesn't work out 100%. I'll put it to you like this. Before I started this YouTube channel and being successful on YouTube, and I thank y'all so much because you all helped me. I done made websites. I done did all this online stuff. I had a website called Turn Music Into Money, and it was all legit. And I was going to help artists and everything make money online with their music and everything. I had the plan and everything, and it's going to work. But they were so afraid to give up off that money, man. You're supposed to use money to invest to make more money. If you can't figure that part out, you're going to be broke all your life. Gene Deal. Sometimes I don't say too much, but Gene, you wrong when that manager or that whoever that girl was that was trying to get you in the documentary, and we bumped heads. Okay, all right. You wrong, man. You wrong. But hey, if you think you're right, I'm down with you, bruh. Man, forget that. Gene's supposed to do this, that. Nah, man. They got the power. 50 Cent understands that. People like Tisa and Uncle Mike, we understand that. When you first coming in, you fresh off the bench. You're a rookie, bruh. So you're going to go on the football field. Very first time you stand on the football field, first time you pro, you're a rookie. You're going to go up that, yeah, man, what's up? I'm about to kick. Nah, you can't come in like that. You got to come in humble. Get some time under your belt, bruh. And that's why all the people who think that way stay broke. You come in humble. I came in this joint humble. Yeah, you right. Whatever, I'm trying my best. Yeah. Now the gloves off. Uncle Mike don't give a shit. Anyway, I said all that to say I got a YouTube course that I'm putting out, and you can sign up for 4 videos. And I got this system, right? It's a bad system, right? People sign up. Come find out when you sign up, you got to check your spam, because when my system sends you the email, I don't know why it's going to spam, but some people say, no, it didn't go to spam. But most of the time it go to spam. And I'm like, why the heck is it doing that? You got to fight all the way to the end. Should I give up, or the spam? The video's going to spam. So, the email's going to spam. So that's it. We done. In fact, scratch the whole thing. No, you figure it out. You figure out every little millisecond. And you should be happy for all the trials and tribulations that you go through, because the next person have to go through them trials and tribulations and they won't make it. That means you are determined that means God has tested you and he says, you know what? I need to give him a bigger test. Forget these little tests. Let him get it started so he can have bigger tests. He's ready for bigger tests. That's all God doing. But he ain't gonna let you down. He not gonna let you down, man. So stop worrying. I don't. So what makes it so bad is we finally got the thing working and they're sending them the videos and they're sending them the wrong videos. Got to be more careful. See, that's an Uncle Mike fault. That's an Uncle Mike. It's Tahir's fault. He talking about, so you the one put the videos in there. I said, yeah, but it's your fault because you didn't change it. Hey, y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, man. And thank you for letting Uncle Mike vent every now and then. I got to get some stuff off my chest, man. And Tahir, you in trouble. Tahir fired again. Tahir is fired because he didn't change the videos. He knew I had the wrong videos up there. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Let's check this bad boy. Yeah.
Information on her Instagram, okay? Again, for those of you guys just joining us, there's so much to talk about. Let's get into this, all right? Sorry, guys. Diddy might be facing new charges. No, this will not be covered by Double Jeopardy. Yes, people are actually looking into this as we speak. Moreover, and I really do say moreover, when it comes to this links up with everything. And this also supports the sources, even in TMZ, saying that Mark Agnifilo is super angry at Diddy because Diddy not only taped him without his permission, but Diddy might have taken his own self down. And 50 Cent might be the owner of the information and the film footage that will take Diddy down. Why? Because there may be, according to Chef Jordan and a few others, real, actual physical evidence of jury tampering.
Oh,
hold on, let's go through this roll call and talk about what we're talking about. Hold on, y'all. I'm going to walk you through this, but I'm giving y'all the witness tampering, obstruction of justice, subordination of perjury, conspiracy and aiding and abetting, racketeering. Now, here's the thing.
No, don't say that. That's too easy. That's too easy. I kept saying 2030. Don't say that. Don't make it that easy, Puffy. Damn. All this because you didn't pay the guy that was shooting the video. Oh, my God. Here we go.
Right? We know that Diddy got off on the RICO for the sex trafficking, but not for these charges. You guys, Diddy might have did his own self in, and we love to see it. But we got to talk about this. You guys, who would have thought that in the Diddy saga, we're going through all this stuff, that Diddy and his ego, Diddy and his cheapness,
foot in the door.
Diddy and his stupidity, literally in the footage that the 50 Cent documentary obtained, have the core things to make sure that man never get steps out of jail. And baby, he won't be in Fort Dix. It's going to be so much time. They're going to need to ship him other places. Okay. Is everybody locked in? Everybody's locked in. Let's do this. All right. I just got back from the gym. Y'all, listen, I got tired of y'all saying I was pregnant and I'm back in there. Literally not on the Kanye workout plan, but
me too. I'm soon as I get to the Philippines, which is tomorrow,
on a workout plan. Okay, so let's get into this.
I did my exercise this morning.
Where did this all start? Because I need you guys to walk through this piece by piece by piece, okay? Because I want you to understand exactly what's going on and what the scope of this is, okay? We have video, we have recordings. The person at the center of it is somebody that Cassie actually referred to in her testimony. He was one of the people accused of coordinating freak-offs for Diddy, okay? Chef Jordan called him up by name, but what he did, that she's saying he did for Diddy, changes the game. And this isn't any double jeopardy. You guys, this is gonna be a heavy news day. When I say I've been getting tea all day, I promise you guys, I'm not going to disappoint. I've been getting tea all day. Okay, so let's get into this, right? Okay, where do we start? Let's start. Let me walk you through what Jordan posted and what a lot of people have been actually co-signing about. I also want to say hi to everybody. I hope you saw the 50 Cent's documentary. It is chef's kiss, but the real thing might be, and when I say, yo, 50 Cent knows how to end somebody. I hope never to make an enemy out of somebody that meticulous. And he's a cancer man. Cancers, when they hate you, oh, it's on for life.
Amen.
But also, right, the fact that by getting this footage, I think they thought they were just getting footage. I think one of the things Mark Agnifilio knows and the people around Diddy knows is what is in that footage. The people he called. Remember, he's like, yo, we need to get the dirtiest of the dirtiest. Remember when Diddy, even down in jail, was trying to get his public relations guy on or his media guy on? All right. I'll get to the point. I'll stop teasing. I'll get to the point. All right. Where are we going to go? Okay. So, let's do, well, hold on really quick. Hold on. Really quick. I'll be back in 1 second. Hold on.
Diddy done slammed his own foot in the door. Why? Because you want to be, Clive Davis taught you how to, allegedly, dangle the carrot. You dangling the carrot in front of the wrong person, man. Diddy got, what, $800 million? At least? Let's say $500 million. Let's say $2 million. Let's get the hundreds out of there. $2 million. Million. And you got somebody following around. Roger Bond say it's, some little youngins, they knew how much. If you got your little camera, I got my little cameras, and I put my little, I can film you or whatever, and I put it up on Facebook, Instagram, whatever. I want to start my little videographer business. How much you think I'm gonna charge? $1 million? Nope. $100,000 to shoot a video? Nope. It's gonna be around $1,000, $2,000 and under. And this Diddy, Diddy got the money, so we're gonna raise the price. You're gonna raise it to what? $1 million? Come on, man. Whatever the price was, and they agreed on it, all you had to do is pay the person to get all the footage. You'd have been in the clear, but nah, you want to dangle the carrot and not pay the person. And all you got to do is have a little bit of thuggish in you. And I'm pretty sure it was a black person, because I know Diddy ain't going to hire no white person with his racist self. What the heck you thought he was going to do? Man, phew. He didn't pay me, so here comes smooth talking 50 Cent. Look here, bruh. I pay you. Whatever you thinking, hell, man, I pay you double. But what I need from you is to prove 100% beyond a reasonable doubt that Puffy never paid you a dime. I want all this in writing. I want everything in writing that you own 100% of all this footage. And I will make you happy. Because 50 can do it. I'm going to pay you $1 million for all that footage. Shit, yeah, I'm selling. Got him. Got him.
Oh! Whoa!
Oh, my God.
Whoa!
And within that footage, I know 50 probably be like, damn, I didn't even know all this was in there. Yeah, man, told you, bro. I told you, Diddy. Man, Diddy was saying some crazy stuff, bro. And he probably, dude. Okay, here we go. Let's see if Tisa's back from her break. That's crazy, man. I'm trying to tell y'all.
Okay, I'm back.
Yeah, she back.
Okay.
She back.
So
See, that was perfect timing.
Let's start off with the first thing, shall we? This was posted by Chef Jordan Dunn. If you guys don't know who Chef Jordan Dunn is, she is a celebrity chef. She's worked for Tyler Perry. She's worked for a lot of people. She also worked for Diddy for a long while. She's also the person that claims that she's the one that came up with the Ciroc flavors and did taste tests on the flavors. She never got paid for that. No surprise there. Diddy don't like paying anybody. Okay. Chef Jordan also was supposed to testify in a trial. However, she said she was scared. From the beginning, she was scared. She said that when I'm giving you the backstory, okay? You know I love a good backstory. So she said that when the feds contacted her, she was like, what? And this is when I was like, yo, there is a grand jury being convened. Diddy's going to face charges. And everybody and their mother was calling me a liar and saying I was making clickbait and just trying to get clicks and views.
Yeah, where
yes,
that boy
the North
at?
remembers. She's just trying to get clicks and views. She's just clickbait. She's just this and that. Because I was telling everybody what was happening 2 years before, well, a year and a half before it happened, right? So, unbeknownst to us, Chef Jordan got contacted by the feds. Okay. And the feds was like, yo, we need to talk to you about Sean Diddy Combs. And she was like, I don't know anything. Because everybody that knows Diddy, now that you watch that documentary, you know he is a fucking, he is a maniac, right? I see why everybody was writing letters saying,
it's kind of hard not to cuss when you talking about this dude. Because you gotta let him know that, bro, god damn.
I'm worried for my life, especially when he thinks nobody's watching. So she was like, well, I don't know anything. And they were like, listen, you still have to come to the Southern District of New York and you have to talk to us. We need to interview you. She was like, I don't know if I want to do that, right? Because you can tell them, I don't want to talk to you. And then they come back with a subpoena saying, oh,
you got to talk to me.
So Chef Jordan was like, I don't know if I'm going to talk to you. And she was very, very scared because she knew a lot. So then before the Southern District in New York even gave her a date that they were going to bring her up to actually testify, she got a call from Diddy's lawyer saying, hi, it's been understanding that you've been approached to testify. Mr. Combs would like to pay your Freudian slip, would like to pay your legal expenses. And she was shook it. She saw Diddy. She claimed to know how dirty he is. Y'all saw that Netflix documentary. Now you know why the phone was shaking in her hand. And she was like, how did you know that the Southern District of New York, one, reached out to me, and two, wanted me to come, and three, I haven't even set an appointment to go see them. I haven't even told them I'm going to talk. So how do you know all this? And they were like, our client would like to pay your legal costs. She was shaken. She hung up. They kept harassing her about it. He wants to pay. Now, in my mind, I think that offer to pay legal costs, right? Because didn't victim number 3 say he was paying her legal costs? Didn't a lot of people say that they had a Diddy deal where he wanted to pay the legal costs? I think that was Diddy thinking he was being low key. And this isn't a witness intimidation. I'm just giving you the backstory. I think this is Diddy being low key, letting everybody know, I got eyes on you. You can't do anything. We see how dirty he plays, okay? So anyway, she was supposed to testify. I think if she had testified, it would have been something very powerful. However, she got scared because she says that she thinks, what is this? She said that she thinks that the Southern District of New York wasn't doing enough to protect her because they clearly, even though they know Diddy is dirty and dangerous, they have no idea how dirty and dangerous Diddy might be, okay? All that happened. Let's not forget Diddy got arrested for obstruction. He got arrested for obstruction, witness tampering, and a bunch of other stuff. Now, oddly enough, they didn't put that stuff to the jury for instructions. So the jury didn't weigh on whether he objected or not, obstructed. However, Judge, hold on, I gotta answer this text. It's really on my mind.
Yeah. Diddy is a snake.
Huh? Hold on.
Everybody knows how the game is played. Especially people like 50 Cent and other people who got big time lawyers. Can you imagine you going after somebody and then Diddy lawyer calls because apparently they got somebody on the inside giving them the information. Yeah, we such and such just got subpoenaed. Okay, the money is going to be at the airport locker. You know how they put the money in the locker with the key. The key is under Rock 1. So they go to the Rock, get the key, go to the airport, get the money out because they got the information. Secret Service, secret chimp, secret squirrel, or what? Secret elephant. whatever you want to call it. Yeah. Diddy got all this stuff from the movies from his father. Diddy done became what he thought his father was. What he thought his father was. Never mind. Y'all got to be up on the story. He thought his father was a gangster hanging with that Lucas. Frank Lucas. Here we go. Come on, Tisha. She's not ready yet. I could have kept talking. Nah.
Sorry. So anyway.
Okay, talk to me.
I'm not going to say anything I'm not supposed to. Everybody tell me to shut up. But I'm telling this because there's stuff I could share with y'all. Literally, I'm getting like, shut up, Tisa, shut up, Tisa, shut up, Tisa, right?
Nope.
So anyway, when it came to the obstruction, they didn't put it to the jury. However, he got arrested for obstruction and he got denied bail. Now, a lot of people think we know why he got denied bail, but because it was a federal investigation, they could not tell us the exact reasons and who they think that he was obstructing justice, conspiracy and aiding and abetting, racketeering, not on the sex trafficking, for different racketeering, subordination of perjury, and witness tampering, because they didn't want for Diddy to actually know who was talking to them out of this, that, and the third, okay? However, Chef Jordan and lots of people that the Southern District of New York thought they were quietly approaching Diddy. And this is around the time where everybody's calling me a liar, right? Quietly approaching them to actually see if they would come in for questioning and or testify. A lot of people in that case got scared off because allegedly Diddy's lawyer contacted them to say they would like to pay your lawyer's fees. Now, all right, you guys have the backstory. Now let's get to present.
Here we go.
Because baby, when I tell you, okay, so listen to this. So Chef Jordan posted this, and there's audio and video too, but let's get into what she actually posted. Let me switch this out.
Do your thing, girl.
This.
With your fine self.
Okay. So Jeff Jordan.
What that guy say?
Damn it.
Do your thing.
Hold on. We're going to have
to.
Do
your thing, Tisha. I'm going to have to get in touch with her.
I just ruined my own reveal, but you know what? Whatever. Okay. Whatever. I ruined my own reveal, but we'll get to that. Okay. Shut up. I'm a one-woman show. I'm doing the best I can with what God gave me. Okay, so let's get into this. Let me read you what Chef Jordan posted, and then we can get into everything.
I should text her right now.
So Jordan posted,
do your thing, girl. Forget these Bamas. Take your time. Shoot, take your time and my time.
Okay, so Jordan posted this. Let's get it up. She said, hey, Neil Dominique, I just wanted to put this out there because I've been debating how I wanted to handle the situation. Now, I don't know you from a can of paint.
Word.
But I do, and we're going to talk about him. But I'm really wondering why you decided to tell Sean Combs that I was contacted by the feds. I saw you wrote a good character letter for him too. Come to find out, you were actually providing Puff with information on a whole bunch of people throughout the case. Hold on, because Jordan ain't the only one to know this. The feds also know this. So my thing is, why were you so comfortable putting my life in danger? Why were you so comfortable putting other people's lives in this case in danger? You provided addresses to Diddy? Were you like a double agent working with the feds and Puff? I'm wondering how big was the check that you got? Neil, since you don't really know me, I just wanted to make sure you understood that because I will never feel safe and comfortable because of you, I wanted to make sure you are uncomfortable too. At any point, any of us can be taken out behind this man. And you took it upon yourself to put us in danger because you lack a moral compass. I guess you thought you'd skate on and the public would never find out. Wild times. Good luck. Also, this is the end of a 13-year friendship. One where we had never even argued. There is so much that transpired behind this case. I kind of feel like this might be the beginning. The beginning of what? The beginning of an investigation into another way that they can get Diddy. Now, let's actually get into this. Now that I've dropped the mic, I know you're like, what's going on? When she said this is the end of a 13-year friendship, she wasn't talking about Neil. She was talking about a 13-year-old friendship told Neil, and Neil was playing double agent, not only running behind Puff, working with the feds, but providing addresses to him, working as a double agent. Because here's the thing. Once you are working with the feds tell you do not contact any of the witnesses, do not give any information out about this case, do not give any information out about what is going on. You must keep this, because if you do anything to mess up this investigation, it will be obstruction of justice. Now, here's the thing. What was going on while all this other stuff was going on? What was going on? I'll tell you. There was an egomaniac, so bold and so arrogant that thought he could even outsmart the MFing feds, the Southern District of New York, that he was walking around with a videographer for the whole time, taping every conversation, every run-in, everything. Why? Because he thought that he was stacking the deck. My opinion. He thought that this was all going to go away. Judging by appearances, it did not seem like he thought for one instant that he was actually going to have to go to court for this, that he was going to lose bail, that nothing was going to happen. 50 Cent has that. 50 Cent has Diddy with secret conversations with his lawyer, talking about, get me Neil, get me this person, yo, do this, do that, blah, 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 blah. 50 Cent has that, okay? So much stuff is going on right now. And Diddy, literally, if that footage is turned over to the feds, and I don't see why 50, and actually, I don't see why I don't even think he has a choice, because there are subpoenas. And if what many people think are on those tapes, Diddy is done. Now, if you guys are wondering who the hell is, if you guys are wondering who the hell is this Neil guy, right? Well, now I'm going to do my grand reveal, because he's also a person that wrote a letter of recommendation for Diddy to the judge. People may say he may have misled the court. There are charges for this man too. And Cassie actually signaled him as one of the many people, I believe, that would help and orchestrate Diddy in his band of merry bussy thieves, right? Anyway, this is what he wrote. Dear Judge Submarinium, my name is Neil Dominique, and I'm writing with you today to offer my perspective on Sean Combs' character and respectfully request that you consider leniency in his sentencing. I'm an alum of St. Peter's University, trash, and a CEO of Just a Regular Day, an artist management joint venture with Live Nation.
Huh?
The conspiracies write themselves. I've had the privilege of managing Grammy-winning artists and traveling the world, and I owe a significant portion of my professional and personal success to Mr. Combs. I've known Mr. Combs for over 15 years. While he was not my only mentor in the music industry, he was without a doubt the most impactful. After losing my own father at a young age, I was searching for guidance and a sense of belonging. I will say one thing before we continue. I read on Instagram, somebody made a funny quote, or it was on TikTok actually, because you know the Instagram comment sections are trash. All the comedy is in the TikTok. And they were talking about the way Tupac saw straight through Diddy. Diddy wanted to be Tupac. He wanted to be in him, probably wear his skin. You know he wanted that man on a freak off. You know, right? But the whole point of the matter is, Diddy, you know that old thing about like who was more impactful, Biggie or Tupac? I guess we have our answer. It was Tupac. No disrespect to Biggie, but Diddy studied Tupac. He studied Death Row. Tupac was the blueprint for Biggie and everybody else. He studied the way Tupac dressed, acted, blah, 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 right? I say all this to say, they said that Tupac saw right through Diddy, and that's what bothered Diddy. They both saw each other, and Diddy couldn't stand it. But somebody said the only people that didn't see through Diddy are the people that were desperate, are the people that had a wounded inner child, and are the people that, unfortunately, in this industry, back then there weren't that many opportunities for young Black and brown people. And even though he was exploiting them, Diddy offered at slave wages, not working, abuse. He offered a way for them to get put on in an industry that largely ignored Black and brown bodies. So it was one of the three. Anyway, let me get back into this. He said, Mr. Combs saw something in me. That he did. And in many ways became a father figure, walking me into his family life. His entire family are some of my best friends to this day, a testament to the genuine and enduring bonds he fosters. I've always known him to be a family-oriented man with integrity, dedication, and immense generosity. I understand the seriousness of the charges brought against him. I do not seek to diminish their gravity. However, I'm more than confident than the... Remember when Young Miami wrote, "Dear Your Honor, that's a good man." I don't care. She ain't never living that down. How are you trying to sound stupid and uneducated in a thing? Anyway, right? I'm not saying she is. I'm just saying, dear Your Honor, that's a good man. Girl, anyway. They said, however, I'm more than confident that the actions detailed are not reflective of the man I've known for more than a decade. The Mr. Combs I know as a person who has made profound contribution and who still has so much to offer his family and community. I respectfully ask that you consider these qualities and his capacity for good as you determine an appropriate sentence. Life. Anyway, thank you for your time and your thoughtful consideration. Now, if you guys want even more background, listen to this, because there is even more tea for those, because I know it's going to be people being like, this don't prove nothing.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay, no, but it's information, and let's just listen to the information, okay? So that is this guy. Now, just to let you guys know, the person that this tea is about to be spilt about, and the person that literally, with Diddy and him on camera, if 50 still got that footage, So listen, they said that he is... One second. They said that Neil Dominique, Cassie name drops multiple associates Diddy allegedly responsible for arranging freak-offs, okay? This is in Sportskeeda, and it's also in the New York Times. Who is Neil Dominique? Okay. On May 13, 2025, Cassie testified in an ongoing high-profile federal trial against Sean Diddy, before addressing the 2016 hotel surveillance video where Diddy appeared to be physically assaulting her. Cassie also spoke about Diddy's infamous freak-off parties. Hold on. Additionally, she name-dropped several associates of Sean Combs who reportedly helped with the rapper arrange freak-offs. This includes his former chief of staff, KK, and trusted assistants, David James, he testified, and Neil Dominique. This is the same man. Dominique was Diddy's right-hand man and manager, okay? So he goes straight to Diddy and Bad Boy. This is the man that Chef Jordan is talking about. So hold on, here we go.
Here we go.
This is what I did.
Day I spoke to Neil. I don't remember what day that was. Was it Wednesday that I called you? Whatever day that I called you, that same day, I had just gotten off the phone with Neil. He had reached out to me. Him and I have been texting. We always randomly speak.
She's talking about Neil right now. And this is a voice note from April 14th, 2024. Hold on. The case is being built. Let's get into this.
We can update each other every couple of months. You know, me and Neil have known each other for a minute. We've been friends since I was 17. He called me to check in. He had told me how, you know, he had been keeping low. He had been doing things with Bryson, and he had been getting different calls. about Puff. And he was surprised because, you know, he hasn't worked with Puff since 2015. I didn't even realize that he stepped away since then. And he was sounding troubled. Like, not like, that he was in fear, but more so like, why am I going through all this right now? And yes, I apologize. Other day, I didn't tell him anything was discussed. He didn't ask, and I wasn't going to share. After that, he was like, yeah, after all this came out, you know, since months ago when Cassie first came out, she was I called her and I was like, yo, sis, why didn't you tell me these things? He was like, I admit when I was with Puff, I never saw some of these things that are coming out. I was never there for. And I really realized how mischievous of a man Puff was. And he started telling me how different people were coming to him with different things. Or as certain stories came out, he reached out to certain people like, yo, why didn't you tell me? And he even went into detail how he'll admit a couple times he came to the house. He said like twice he came to the house. It was 2 different occasions. And Cassie had sunglasses on. And at one point in the day, he'd be like, oh, sis, take the glasses off. Why you got glasses on? She'd take the glasses off and she'd have a bruised eye. He didn't ask any details. He was probably didn't tell him anything was to me. He did also tell me that because of that, let me go back. He did tell me because of that, after he was contacted, he did get outreach to by Puff. You know, Puff has his number that used to be his personal assistant. So then he offered that if anything, that he could pay for Neil's, like whatever fees that he has. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, they find
no comment. And then he was like,
they see that money.
Get him to get, you know, take care of her if she needed. I said, please don't reach out. I'm sorry I even said this. I'm not even supposed to mention this. I begged him not to. That's why I feel bad that he even did, because I was like, damn. I just wanted to console, since he was sounding honestly very depressed at the beginning of the conversation. And like he was crying, like in real time. I just want.
Now, keep in mind, if you guys don't want to know what's going on, I'm just giving, for those of you guys joining us, I'm giving a little. Chef Jordan is sharing a voice note that she sent her friend of 13 years, I believe, or she sent somebody about Neil. Neil was Diddy's right-hand man and manager at one point. Cassie name dropped him in the trial. Neil is now being accused of helping Diddy obstruct justice. There are criminal charges that could come behind this. And people are saying that that documentary evidence that 50 has in the conversations with his lawyers, if Neil came up, if Neil was on tape, there are charges. What's more, everything Jordan knows, the Southern District of New York knows. And these are more serious charges that have nothing to do with the RICO and nothing to do with the sex trafficking. Neil called Jordan, right? And is crying to her. I don't know what to do. And all the acting like he is like the people's choice, right? The poor man's caviar, right? The people's caviar. But the whole point of the matter is he's acting like all this stuff. Come to find out, Jordan called him out on her Instagram post that the whole time he not only was he being a double agent, but he was feeding, without unbeknownst to the feds, when the feds told him not to, he was feeding Diddy information about the witnesses, about the people contacted by the feds, including their home addresses.
Damn.
But let's continue. That's what's relevant about this voice note. Right now, she is describing the way Neil is coming to her and the way she was feeling sorry for him. But it's not over. Let's keep going.
Him to know, like, yo, you're all right. You're not alone. But this thing is going to be okay.
Niggas sounding depressed.
Man, they
the
need
person
me.
talking is Chef Jordan. Chef Jordan was Diddy's private chef. She was around for a lot of the Cassie years. She saw a lot of Cassie-related violence. According to her, the feds were going to call her to testify. She felt too scared because of what Neil did, what Diddy did, and obviously not just in the doc, the obvious danger that this woman actually was in. But she was going to be one of the people. She was literally supposed to, let's just say, testify on Wednesday, and they told her Tuesday, never mind, because there was so much stuff going on, okay? But listen, because she is giving you tea that I'm going to connect the dots for you in a minute. to let you know why this is so relevant. Hold on.
I honestly don't give a flying fuck about that nigga sounding depressed.
Woo!
I don't give a fuck about I don't give a fuck if anybody ever called you and was in real life danger. If I tell you that I'm in a serious legal issue.
Oh, sorry. I see what you guys are saying. So Neil called Jordan's friend of 13 years and said he's depressed, he's this, he's that, he doesn't know what to do.
My bad,
right?
y'all.
And Jordan is coming at her friend of 13 years, the friendship that ended, being like, why the F would you tell this boy anything that's going on with me legally? And they're trying to say why. The whole point of this matter is, sorry, I got the story wrong. I see what y'all saying. Sorry. The whole point of the story is that Diddy had moles. There were ghosts in the machine.
Right.
Everybody around Jordan, this 13-year-old friend, Neil with the sob story, everybody was moving toward one thing, to taint, to obstruct, I believe. But listen, I'm playing it for you guys so you can give me your opinion, and then I'm going to connect the dots, okay?
See, what the problem is. The bad guys, they don't have no rules. They can make them up as they go. They can change stuff. They can off people. They can do all. They can have people on Diddy's side that are very bad people to go, I'm going to pay you money to go find out this person. This person is a jury. We're going to find out everything we can about them. And they good at what they do. But the government got to play by the rules. They can't have no sneaky people. And that's why you see in every police movie, when the police step out a little bit, like, well, do what you do. The captain say, look, I want results. The captain say, just do what you do. And they look at each other like in Bad Boy. And they go find these snitches and they get, don't worry about how I get the information, but we got the bus. We got the bus. But in real life, nah, they don't want to do that. They don't want, that's when they need me. They need somebody like Uncle Mike. Dun, 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 dun. I'm a good guy. I do some bad things to make sure good is done.
Moving toward one thing, to taint, to obstruct. I believe. But listen, I'm playing it for you guys so you can give me your opinion, and then I'm going to connect the dots, okay? So this is Jordan saying, I don't give a F-U-C.
See, I'm the type of dude that I'm so sneaky that I will find the person that's doing wrong and why they doing wrong, caught in the act of doing wrong. Then I come up and I will have court right then and there. Ain't no jury, bruh. We don't need no jury for this. You wrong. Off with your head, off with your arm, off with something. Don't nobody know what you doing, so don't nobody know what I'm doing. Oh my God.
Puff anybody. If I specifically tell you don't fucking tell anybody, that's what the fuck it means. You keep going back to I didn't tell him any details.
Yeah, right.
The nigga sounding depressed.
Okay. That was the proof that her friend of 13 years that is very, very, very tight with Diddy, right? The proof that they were passing along info and it wasn't just her, right? Jordan's cursing her friend out saying, my friends and family don't even know how effing dare you. And he went right back and told Puff or Puff's lawyers, I told you don't say one effing word. Untrustworthy. And no, I don't want you speaking on anything around anything else, right? Listen, let's keep going. Jordan is cursing, reading her for filth. But again, she knows what Diddy's doing. And she knows the whole thing. It's not over. Listen, it's not over. There's more. So, hold on. These are just things, right? Okay, so she actually goes, hold on. What is going on? 1 second. Hold on. Just technical difficulty. Hold on. I swear to God, there better be sound.
Neil.
Oh, yeah.
If you happen to tune into my stories, just wanted to know. You know, I feel like I should kind of treat you like them Italian ladies do in Italy with the pickpockets. Like, pick a pocket up. Cause you's a rat ass nigga.
Now she's talking to Neil right now, and I believe. Let's keep going.
The snake ass nigga, actually. I don't even fucking know you. Like, I'm still like coming up for air. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to participate in the documentary because in the 2 weeks that I wouldn't respond after Puff found out about the feds reaching me, my car was broken into. That nigga let me know that it was easy to touch me. So thank you. Thank you for putting my life in danger forever and putting me in this situation, and I don't fucking know you. But I don't ever want you to be comfortable, my nigga. Yeah.
Jordan is a key.
Because the whole thing about this case, right, is the fact that Puff got off, right? Puff got off. The RICO was there. The RICO was there the whole time. It was present because the whole thing is that before KK, what other executives were in position that were helping facilitate and cover up crimes? There were multiple executives, right? Yeah. I don't know why the government didn't focus on the executives because, of course, people look at us, the assistants, the chefs, as low-level, right, employees. But when you involve your employees with covering up and facilitating crimes, that's the RICO. It was there the whole time, right? So much of it sounded so ludicrous. That people just skated right by it. Like, Cap was kidnapped. He was going to kill Kid Cudi. Like, this stuff is real. We really experienced this. Like, he threatened to kill all of us. He threatened to end our careers. Everybody got an opinion on shit they never went through. This nigga's been a maniac, right? So, yeah. And then because Puff is such a narcissistic psychopath, he can't even be thankful and grateful for the fact that he got a slap on the wrist. 2 years is nothing in comparison to the decades that he's been out here harming people. Having people killed, ending people's careers, abusing his power, fucking his artists, putting them on drugs. Like, because if we keep digging, right, it's gonna show the pattern. Okay.
See,
of him abusing his position on multiple artists.
See, it's the attitude that make people don't believe you with all this ghetto, see, first of all, this is what makes people not believe you. Just say what you got to say and get off. It'll be more believable that way.
Sick, deviant, devious, demonic. And there's just deep-seated issues within our community. And it started in childhood. It's very clear.
Oh, I'm alive.
So yeah, I've been really quiet. I'm going to go back to being quiet. But I just, before 2025 closes out, you know what I'm saying? I just thought I'm going to just address some things. You know what I'm saying? And, I got a lot to say. Still debating on how I want to say it. Still have a lot to say about the government.
You talking all this hit and all this stuff, but you was afraid. You do all this talking. I don't understand this. People do all this talking like they all that. But then when the real come around, oh my God, I'm testify. I'm scared. If you scared, then you act scared. That's what the problem is, y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all.
And while I
call
was
you
pulled
back
the night before testifying, flown to New York and everything. And also seeing the actual falsified police report from David James, Puff's assistant, about me being assaulted, because people were thinking that that shit was made up. No, the shit was real. The nigga assaulted me. You know what I'm saying? All that. Protect the black man. Don't bring the black man down. Collective silence, all of us being quiet all these years is how he was able to get away all these fucking years. Yeah. And also, I just want to say that so many of you are brainwashed.
Pause, because people need to hear this. Also, really quick, hold on. I'm going to connect the dots. Just let her keep cooking. She is feeding us. She is eating it up. Let her keep cooking. Also, Juan Sanchez said, Tisa, I saw you in the Diddy documentary. Thank you, Juan. And thank you for the super chat. Royal 7749 said it's about to go down. Thank you. You were right, Royal. Who's this? Helzener Presley? Thank you for the super chat. And Ink Pixie, what's up, mama? Said mistrial, retrial. No, baby, it's a new trial. Hold on really quick. Let's let Jordan finish cooking. And then we're going to go into what is being investigated and the criminal actions that are being alleged. Again, here's all I'm going to say. Maybe the streets are whispering, right? The criminal streets are whispering. The halls of justice. See, as you guys know, I am of the YouTube branch of FBI informants. And when I went to my last FBI informant meeting, when they gave me a check for $100,000, because that's what they do, right? Writing Donald Trump checks. They told, I'm just joking. Let me keep going. Hold on.
And it's clear that the predators have won over all these years to make so many of us believe in no snitching. So we just let people harm us, do bad things to us, and we don't tell because what now? We protect the predator and let the predator do what? Become a big predator?
Oh my God.
Because that's what makes sense. Mm-hmm. Brainwashed.
I don't think we're brainwashed. I think they like the little broke ass, dumb ass predators look at Diddy as their king demon. And King Demon needs to get off. So next time they try to do a Cassie on their girlfriend, wife,
King
lover,
Demon,
sister, brother, whatever you want to call them, they can get away with it. That's all. That's all. They are broke Diddies, which is why they admire him so much. Because their minds are so stupid. They're so small. That their own failings of being monsters kept them from moving through society. Diddy didn't. So they need Diddy to succeed because they see themselves in Diddy. They see themselves in Diddy. They're aspirational. They want more for themselves.
Brainwashed. Secondly, when the feds come to you,
Robinson 982, I see you, baby. I see you, Robinson. Shout out to Robinson, man.
They want more for themselves.
Yeah.
Brainwashed.
Brainwashed.
Secondly, when the feds come to you and you decline to talk to them or participate in their case, and they serve you with that grand jury subpoena, this now means you don't have a choice.
But why you denying? This is, I can't, what? Why are you denying? Oh, because you don't snitch? Or maybe you are afraid. If you are afraid, why are you acting like right now? This is pissing me off. You acting like you gangster now. You acting all thorough behind the daggone video camera. I don't understand this. Oh, man, I can't wait, boy.
To talk to them or participate in their case, and they serve you with that grand jury subpoena, this now means you don't have a choice. Because a lot of you are fucking dumb and don't understand how the judicial system works.
Something's coming.
Protect the black man. Don't bring the black man down. Protect the black. Why don't the black man protect himself? Why don't the black man protect the community? Like, I've always said, like, imagine if Puff was actually a good man. Imagine where all of us would be. Y'all don't really fucking understand that we lived through this the first fucking time it happened, and it fucked a lot of us up. A lot of us had residual damage that we dealt with over the fucking years by remaining silent and keeping the fucking secret. So when this shit got kicked back up and we didn't have a fucking choice, we had to relive it again. And now we're all that had to be involved with the case, putting our lives back together. And now it's like post-Puff life. But then it's like, this shit is really just beginning. Open more cases. But anyways, Neil.
Again, peep this, because she's been hearing what I'm hearing. The shit is just beginning. But hold on, I'm going to tell you what's about to begin. But let's let her finish, because, woo, she is cooking.
Hey, my name is Jordan Chatan. You don't fucking know me, but you provided my name to Puff and told him that the feds contacted me. Even before I even talked to my own family about it, you put my life in danger. You provided addresses to him for a few people. You were actually meddling with a few other victims in the case, acting like you were their friend. So, anyways, I just wanted to make sure, because it was clear you accepted the check. How much was it? Can you tell us?
Accepted a check from Diddy's camp. Accepted a check, had conversations, got marching orders, and even Diddy's lawyers. Let's see what's on tape. Hold on.
You tell us how much it was. Anyways, you got the check.
I'll find out, don't worry.
And you clearly been over there comfortable. And so I just want to make sure that you didn't get too comfortable. And you will fucking pay one way or another for putting our lives in danger. Because it's a list. You ain't getting away with it, Neil Dominique. You don't fucking know you, nigga.
So, first of all,
man, I don't like her, man. I'm just gonna be real, man. I thought you was better than that, for real. You talking all this trash on that camera, but you was afraid to testify. You'll be real. That's all I'm saying is, people, this is what the problem is. You are afraid. You are afraid of Puffy. You kept your mouth shut. You need to point the finger back at yourself, because now you're in front of that camera doing all this. I don't like that. If you're afraid, be afraid. Don't get me wrong. Just be you. Be honest with yourself. Because if you are afraid, now you're in front of the camera. Oh, Neil, this. And now that's going to get out. And they see, Neil and Puffy and all them like, off. You're setting yourself up right now. That's not what you do. You need to go and talk and tell everybody with all your proof, and I need protection because I'm scared. That way the police know what to do with you. If everybody just told the truth, the man wouldn't be getting out of jail.
Comments. Jordan is an MF and key.
Y'all don't want to fix this stuff.
Jordan
Y'all rather do the
key.
drama.
She is a key, right? But also the things that she's speaking about. For those of you guys just joining, Chef Jordan has made bombshell allegations and have confirmed what many people have been hearing, right? That the issue with Diddy is not over. This is just the beginning. Not on the sex trafficking, not on the RICO, but as you guys know, that ninja looked like he is just dirty on everything, okay? The way he acted, the way they collaborated in the trial. There are reports from TMZ and multiple outlets that Mark Agnafilo is furious because Diddy secretly recorded him. He secretly recorded him. He secretly recorded his legal team, okay? Now, what was he recording doing? Diddy, I reported even before, 3 weeks before Diddy was arrested, and everybody thought Diddy was down in Florida. And I literally reported, they said I was lying. They said I was lying. They said I was lying about Jonathan Naughty. He came up in a federal trial. I reported that Diddy was actually in New York, shaking hands, kissing babies, doing whatever he can to throw a monkey wrench in the trial. People said I was lying. People said he wasn't there. 2.5, 3 weeks later, Diddy got arrested for obstruction of justice. So apparently somebody was watching my lives and listening, right? The right people were. Shout out to the Southern District of New York, right? But here's the whole point. Think about it, you guys. Diddy was so arrogant, he thought this was never going to go to court. He thought his money, his power, and his influence could make this go away. He thought he could just run social media. Remember Justin's 3 apple high ass talking about something, we need to get Kalina. We need to get Kalina involved. She can say that whole black man thing and, trust me, it's going to work. They know what they're doing, right? And they know there's a bunch of mammies that literally want to be about it. Walking in with the hair smelling like mildew, they want to be about it, right?
About it.
But here's the whole point. Let me get back into it. Think about this. Hypothetically speaking, let's just say let's play make-believe. Let's just play make-believe, okay? Not true. This is just make-believe. Just listen. Let me tell you a bedtime story. There is a rapper named Diddy who, let's just say, when he was making all his calls, get me the dirtiest of the dirtiest. It's time to do this. It's time to do that. Calling his lawyers, screaming at them, get this person, contact this person, go get me my money, go do this, go do that. Let's not forget that this documentary that Diddy was filming was supposed to be a victory lap. It only fell apart when he got arrested because he never thought he was going to be getting arrested. You got your lawyers on the phone, maybe hearing stuff they shouldn't be doing. Let's not forget that lawyers do get to keep quiet on their client as long as the client is not actively committing a crime. If your client is actively engaged in committing a crime, you have a duty to report him to the authorities, as long if they are currently in the middle of committing a crime. Moreover, if the lawyers helped contact people, reach out to people, get money, transfer money, talk to people about what they should be saying to the feds. Now, you might say, isn't this protected by attorney-client privilege? Because Diddy was taping everything. You might say, isn't this protected by attorney-client privilege? It is not. Why? Because Diddy had people outside of his legal team recording it.
Yeah.
He was recording it. Attorney-client privilege is broken if anybody outside of your legal team and people represented by your legal team are present. You have no reasonable right to expect your conversations to stay private because you have unrelated third parties in the room with you.
Wait a minute, y'all. I want to, because I don't know if she's gonna say something about it, but I want to say something about this right here. Somebody super chatted and said, "We watched the Netflix special. So proud of you. We cheered the whole time like we knew you personally. Laugh out loud. Much success to you." Yeah. When she said, we cheered like we knew you. When I was watching the documentary and I saw Tisa Tells on the documentary, I lit up like a Christmas tree. I was so proud, and other people saying it. I said, "You go, girl." I know I'm in the room by myself talking to the phone. I was watching it on my cell phone, right? I'm like, "You go, girl." I said, "God damn, teachers in the-" See, us successful people, you could tell a hater because, like, I got a YouTube channel, she got a YouTube channel, so I should be like, "Oh man, now she look, they need to have me on there and not her." No, if you are a successful person, you cheer on successful people. Okay, now let me go back some, man. My bad. Here we go. What was she saying?
He was recording it.
Okay.
Attorney-client privilege is broken.
Yes.
If anybody outside of your legal team and people represented by your legal team are present, you have no reasonable right to expect your conversations to stay private because you have unrelated third parties in the room with you. On top of that, you were filming your lawyers without their consent. So they were speaking freely because they thought there was nobody listening, and there's attorney-client privilege. And who has all that footage from a good year? Who has a year footage of Diddy flexing, Diddy doing this, Diddy doing that? Well, 50 Cent does. Alexandra does. Vanessa does. Do you know Netflix does? Do you know who also has access to that footage? The feds. Do you know who also is combing through that footage as we speak? The effing feds.
I kept saying that. Y'all remember the 90 terabytes of footage? Because think about it. If Diddy, with this one time, right, and what 50 has, 50 wasn't even 50 Cent 30 years ago I remember when Diddy first started saying, I film everything even before like Facebook or definitely before Instagram, this YouTube thing was jumping like this. Diddy was filming everything because you never knew when he can use a clip to make a movie or a video or something. You know what I'm saying? So Diddy been filming and been keeping all this footage, and they raided these houses. They gotta have something on them. I know they got some stuff on them. We just gotta sit back and be patient, man, and stop listening to. I mean, I apologize. I don't mean to say I don't like the lady. I I'm hoping that she can bring some light on this stuff and stop acting like you all that, or like you not scared. You know you a scared little, and you got every right to be scared. Don't get me wrong. If you know the Lord is on your side, you ain't got nothing to be afraid of, and that's how I roll. I can't wait to hit the streets.
And you know who is probably looking for any sign that Neil is in the footage? Conversations with Neil, his fixer, his lawyers, the MFing feds. On top of that, what's up, Emmy Nash? Emmy Nash said, I know you have tea when you start to say something, but stop yourself and say, thank you for your work. Thank you, Emmy Nash. Nika Vinyl said, we watched a Netflix special. Oh, thank you. So proud of you. We cheered the whole time like we knew you personally. Y'all do know me personally.
Amen.
Y'all see into my soul through my fuzzy camera and subpar audio, but it's okay because thank you so much. I wasn't a Diddy doc. Royal 77, thank you so much, Nika. Royal 7749 said, Diddy gives psychopath without remorse. Yo, I will say one thing. Diddy was, when he thought nobody was watching, Diddy was dangerous. Dangerous. And you know what just happened? Hold on. What did I just do? Hold on, guys. I just did something, but I don't know what. Oh. Okay, sorry. Anyway, Diddy was 100% dangerous. And you know what the funny thing is? Before I get into what they are looking for and looking at, let me just say this. Also, Emmy Ness said, I'm sorry, not Matt, Ness Dog. What's up, Ness? Said, I still believe the feds are playing chess with the diddler. They need multiple convictions to put that semen demon away. Yo, that is the perfect word for Diddy. But listen to this, right? So, come on, Tisa. I'm about to tell y'all what I had for breakfast this morning. But listen, I find it very, 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 very odd that Diddy was such a sociopath. He was a master at saying, and I feel like we all connect because I feel like we all have the same personality. At least I know the family on this channel, right? That we look behind what people just say and we look at actions. So if somebody's just like, oh, baby, 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 I love you, but you're spitting on my face and doing all this other stuff. It's just like, yeah, I think you're bullshitting me. And we look behind, just because you're nice and sweet about something doesn't mean you're not the devil. Most of the time, the devil is the nicest, most debonair, most charismatic person in the room because how?
That's the sheep. I mean, that's the wolf in sheep clothing. See, the wolf in God dang. The wolf in sheep clothing is the guy that can talk very well. He practices. He looks very well. He can't have no stomach like Uncle Mike. He got to be so perfect. That's the wolf. The perfect sheep. The ones that got the hair falling off and can't get right, can't do too much right. They ain't trying to be the perfect sheep. That's the wolf in sheep clothing, y'all. The reason why I always talk about that because I was the music director on that play. It was a play called A Wolf in Sheep Clothing. And Uncle Mike was the music director. Yeah. And so in order to do the music and you know, really feel the music, I got into it. A wolf in sheep clothing. What does that mean? And I got deep in that stuff, man. Come on, y'all. We got to go deep. When you into what you're doing, you have to go deep. This is deep, but I'm going deeper.
And we look at action.
Here we go.
So if somebody's just like, oh, baby, 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 I love you. But you're spitting on my face and doing all this other stuff. It's just like, yeah, I think you're bullshitting me. And we look behind, just because you're nice and sweet about something doesn't mean you're not the devil. Most of the time, the devil is the nicest, most debonair, most charismatic person in the room because how else does the devil get your soul? If he comes in looking like Lord Voldemort, give me your soul. Who's going to give them the soul? No, the devil got to make it seem like it's just popping, you know? Come on, give me your soul. Come on, you can do it. Right? That's the way the devil gets you. They have to seduce you into eternal life of damnation, right? But the whole point of the matter is Diddy was an expert at knowing what to say publicly. So the masses will be like, he seems nice. right?
He seems
and when
nice.
he had that public persona, he would go behind your back and do the most murderous, vicious, at least it looked murderous to me, vicious, cold-blooded things. And the more he thought that you were buying into his public persona, the more he would do horrible stuff. Now, speaking of horrible stuff, right, let's get into what they are potentially looking at. Royal7749 said Diddy ego is bigger than a skyscraper. Bigger than a skyscraper. The funny thing is, I swear to God, he would have gotten away with it if he hadn't been recording himself. He literally destroyed his legacy.
Yep.
And again, I saw the industry was ready to let him back in. They were ready. The kids were still, he destroyed he even made his kids radioactive. Because who wants the last name of Combs on anything right now? Be it TV, podcast, or whatever. They better be happy they Snapchat, they Snap stars. Because what else is actually going on?
Damn.
Okay, so get this.
I don't even have Snapchat.
You know, I reached out to a few legal eagles and I'm like, all right, but just be real with me. What are the possible charges that they could be looking at, right? Now, the first thing they said was, Tisa, leave me the hell alone. I'm trying to eat my lunch in peace. Can you stop for one day?
Who said that?
I cannot. Thank you for getting back to me.
Wait a minute, hold up. I missed something, y'all. I was looking at the comments. Wait a minute. They said, Tisa, can you please leave me the, wait a minute, what?
Few legal eagles. And I'm like, all right, but just be real with me. What are the possible charges that they could be looking at, right? Now, the first thing they said was, Tisa, leave me the hell alone. I'm trying to eat my lunch in peace. Can you stop for one day? No, I cannot. Thank you for getting back to me. Okay, so listen. They said, listen, based on Chef Jordan's allegations, if you don't know what I'm talking about, go rewind this live, right? Neil was a double agent providing information to both the feds and Diddy and putting people's lives in danger by providing addresses. So he could potentially face charges related to, 1, obstruction of justice. This is a broad federal crime. If a person provides information to any defendant that compromises a federal investigation, such as identities or addresses of witnesses or details about the prosecution strategy, it can and will be seen as obstruction of justice. All they need to do is prove that, and if they have video footage of it, that's in, right? Right? They said, and you guys, I want to be clear, the element compromising an official proceeding by providing addresses or insider information to the target. Okay? Also, if they said if providing addresses to Diddy led to witnesses like Jordan Dunn or multiple witnesses, like she said, who were scared and didn't testify, if they were being intimidated or threatened, this could actually lead to charges. If they can show in any way, and the video footage can and may show, wrongfully influencing, delaying, or preventing the testimony of any person in an official proceeding. Let's not forget that Jordan was too scared to actually testify, and she had good reason, but she literally feared for her life, okay? She literally feared for her life. Wait, hold on. Conspiracy. If it can be proven that Neil agreed with Diddy or Diddy's team, be that his handlers, be that KK, or be that Mark Agnafilio. Yana, we throw ourselves on the mercy of the court, right? If it can be proven that Neil agreed with Diddy or even his team to carry out an unlawful act like obstruction or witness tampering, they could be charged with conspiracy to obstruct justice or conspiracy to commit witness tampering. Now, before we move into what Diddy's team might be facing, let me just say this. Remember, I think it was Tony Rico or Anthony Rico, I believe. He was a black lawyer that was on Diddy's team prior to court. He is a powerhouse. He knows what he's doing. Remember how when he got on, I said, oh, Diddy might beat this because Anthony, I think his name is Anthony, is Mr. Rico. That's his last name, RICCO, is no joke. And then all of a sudden he exited Diddy's team in a huff. There was all this thing, and he said ethically he cannot continue on as Diddy's attorney due to ethical concerns. And I remember thinking, due to ethical concerns, what is going on? But it got swept under the rug, and nobody talked about all that, and TMZ just like skirted past that, right? Now when you see Neil, what Jordan is alleging, what Neil did, and alleges Neil did, and also the way Diddy was moving from what we see on the dock and all the footage, right? What do you think Rico was saying he couldn't do? Why do you think that he said, oh, you're not putting my bar license in jeopardy, and he exited the case post-sweet? Now, Mark stayed. Mark put his trust in Diddy. Mark got Diddy off. They all did. And what did Diddy do? He was filming them without their consent through all the conversations, telling all his business from the brooder to the tutor. But get this, right? And let's not forget, in the recordings that I was playing for Jordan, their first voice wasn't Jordan's. I got the story mixed up. The first Jordan was a friend telling Jordan, friend of 13 years, why she shared that information with Neil, saying Neil was depressed and Neil was sad. And Neil, so that friend told Neil, and Neil told Diddy. And let's not forget, Jordan said that she was being intimidated. She said somebody broke into her car and laid everything out neatly and broke into her car. And she knew that was Diddy letting her know, I know where you are. You can be touched, all this other stuff. Again, you see how this is all coming together?
Like the movies.
You see why Diddy's legal team has been so quiet about that footage? Quiet. You can hear a pin drop. You can hear a pin drop.
They're going to lose.
And all they said was they are furious that.
Oh my God, I'm sorry. Every now and then, the Holy Ghost hits me. And they're going to lose. All of them. Even the two angry men. They're going to lose. I'm trying to tell you, we don't have nothing to worry about. They are going to lose. It's like I got a crystal ball I can see into the future. Because he telling me this stuff, man. They're going to lose. They will lose. I did not know. I didn't know. Now that I know who he is, it's in the Bible. Don't y'all know this stuff is in the Bible?
So quiet about that footage. Quiet. You can hear a pin drop. You can hear a pin drop. And all they said was they are furious that Diddy would release that info. Listen. So anyway, the friend told Neil. Neil told Puff. The friend is explaining to Jordan why she told Neil. And Jordan is cursing the friend out, saying, I don't give a bop, 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 bop. How dare you tell anybody, right? Now get this. Possible charges for Sean Combs and his team. The information, right, that Jordan shared, combined with Diddy's history and the information available about him, the information that the Southern District of New York has about him, being accused of attempting to tamper with witnesses and obstructive justice, could lead, and they are looking into this, they need to comb through that footage, to further or new investigations into witness tampering. They said the fact that Jordan, because she was supposed to testify, did not appear because she was scared, strongly suggests an act of witness tampering or intimidation. If Neil provided the means, addresses, insider info for this to happen, Diddy and his team could face renewed scrutiny of this charge of witness tampering. obstruction of justice. The overall pattern of having a lot of insider information and always seeming one step ahead supports the existing concern that Diddy's team was actively trying to disrupt the investigation. This includes destroying evidence, corruptly influencing, impeding, or endeavoring to influence to impede the due administration of justice. And also, let's not forget subordination subordination of perjury. The character letter Neil wrote could be investigated. If the letter contained false information or was part of a broader scheme to mislead the court, it could lead to charges that Diddy's team encouraged, suborned, that's what suborn means, encouraged someone, i.e. Neil, to provide false information to the court. It's not over. So an investigation opened based on new information. Diddy's team, his lawyers, his security, his PR, his assistant, could be in trouble for conspiracy and aiding and abetting. Any member of the team who knew about or participated in the scheme to get information from Neil, distribute witnesses' addresses, or use insider information to stay one step ahead could be charged as co-conspirators or for aiding and abetting the crimes of witness tampering and obstruction. And get this, Diddy's team are looking at a racketeering charge with a RICO charge. If this footage shows what many people think it is, if they don't even need the footage, but if they can show what Chef Jordan has been able to prove and what she is hitting at, that Neil's just not going to be able to walk free because Neil got a check. And if he got a check, that is a money transfer. And if he got a check for a money transfer to get information that should have been classified under a federal investigation while he was with the feds, and the feds told him, yo, Neil, calm yourself, right? If this alleged conspiracy using insider information, agents to obstruct justice, and to tamper with witnesses is deemed part of a continuous pattern of criminal activity related to Diddy's enterprises, we already have Justin and Christian. Justin is the CEO in the bathroom talking to his daddy about what to do. So we already know the CEO of Bad Boy was in that footage. If it is deemed part of a continuous pattern of criminal activity related to Diddy's enterprises, prosecutors could, should, and will potentially use the RICO Act to charge the entire operation as a criminal enterprise. As a criminal enterprise. Woo! Okay, again, they said you got to realize the very act of a character witness, because he wrote that letter. He wrote that letter to the court, even though he never testified in court. Writing that letter to the court under penalty of perjury, that makes you a character witness. If a character witness, in this case, Neil, if it is true that he compromised an investigation by providing addresses to Diddy, it creates a significant legal challenge, particularly when the defendant, Diddy, has already faced accusations of witness tampering and obstruction of justice. Now, here's the thing. You know, the first thing I did, because everybody liked to scream, it's double jeopardy. It's double jeopardy, right? They said the acquittal. They said that while he was acquitted of RICO and sex trafficking, right? The acquittal does not shield Diddy or his team or his lawyers from new charges, okay, related to the specific acts of obstruction of justice or witness tampering. 1, the double jeopardy clause of the Fifth Amendment protects a defendant from being tried twice for the same crime after an acquittal. The acquitted crime is a specific RICO conspiracy that was tried and was based on a pattern of racketeering acts. Those are the predicate crimes centered around sex trafficking and sexual misconduct. The jury found the government did not prove their specific enterprise existed or that Diddy committed the racketeering acts required for RICO. However, what Jordan is alleging and what many people think, and I'm sure the feds are combing through that 50 Cent documentary, right? And the raw footage, a new potential crime, the claims in the Instagram post that Jordan put up that Neil was giving Diddy's team witnesses' addresses and providing insider information, as well as being paid for this information and doing it to not just her, but multiple witnesses, right? And the resulting witness fear that Jordan herself says she experienced and other witnesses may have felt constitute an entirely separate pattern of conduct focused on corrupting the judicial process itself.
Got him! Got him! Oh! Whoa! Whoa!
I don't know if you all can feel it like I can feel it. I don't know that. Only thing I know is that's clear that that's a whole different charge. But see, I'm mad at the chef because she's going about it the wrong way. Number one, get your butt off of social media. We don't need to see you on social media with your afraid self. We don't need to see that. Go talk to the people and do the right thing. I'm hoping that maybe she working herself up to get the courage to do it. Get off social media, Ramir and all these other people. Stay off, do it like Cat Williams did. You don't have to prove nothing to us. Get on that stand. Get these police officers to protect you. That's what they supposed to be doing. It sure is funny how they can do movies and stuff like New Jack City and people take over. The bad people, the drug dealers, take over a whole apartment complex or take over a whole block, a whole area. When the government, who got all the money, can't take a whole high rise and hide all the people there. Can't nobody come in here and keep them safe. They should be doing shopping in there and everything. Oh man, now I feel like I'm in jail. Well, if you need to leave, it should be 2 people protecting you, and it should be 2 people. That's military. 2 by 2. Military. You protect her and 2 people protect look out, got they back for nobody try to sucker them. And you put this thing together where these people that's Puffy and the people that work for Puffy, they ain't that smart. They ain't that slick. How are some of these people in the movie? The Hitman and all these smart, yeah. Oh, my bad, y'all. My bad. I went way off subject. We almost finished, though. We almost finished. Whew. Diddy is going, man, he going to trip his own self up.
And other witnesses may have felt constitute an entirely separate pattern of conduct focused on corrupting the judicial process itself. Mm-hmm. So the new focus becomes obstruction of justice. Now, here's the thing. They said the thing. When it comes to obstruction of justice, they said, while it's unlikely that a new RICO charge will be pursued right away, and this is after Diddy got prosecuted, right? Technically, prosecutors could pursue a new separate RICO case if they can prove a distinct criminal enterprise whose purposes was to systematically obstruct justice and tamper with witnesses. This requires proving a new pattern of record-tearing activity where the crimes are acts like bribery.
Bruh, hold up. You think these FBI people didn't know that they had a weak RICO case? You think they didn't know that? We the only ones that know it. They twice as smart as we. They got the law books. They got the lawyers. They got the one that got fired. They got all this stuff. You really, really think that they didn't know? It's a chess move. I keep telling y'all that. You think they didn't know? And man, that was a weak case. Of course. What we did was we put that weak case out there so we can see their hand. Let's see how they gonna handle this. Yeah, they got their chest all stuck out and beat the RICO. Then they gonna say, so waka now, what about this? And all they need is one of them Bammers to flip. That's right, all the stuff you got, I'm the one who gave y'all the addresses. Yes, right, I did it. I was playing both sides of the fence. Now I'm on the Fed side. Diddy in jail, I'm in the Fed side. That's what it's about. It's to get one by one, KK, this dude, and okay, this what we got. You gonna still stay on Diddy's side? Yeah, I'm Diddy down for life. Sidebar. Bullshit. That's what's happening, man. You keep your mouth shut for a little while, you'll realize how dumb these, and everybody who's talking that trash is the people who did time before. Uncle Mike never did any time, man. I'm allergic to jail, bruh. Since I was a kid, I made sure I wasn't going. And I'm still gonna make sure, bruh, I ain't for that smoke, no. But if you keep bothering me and keep talking that mess, that good God Almighty about to come out. The good God Almighty. It's a time for it. Oh my God, my bad, y'all. Woosah. Here we go.
Neil received a check, didn't he? Witness tampering. He did pass on information from that he wasn't about a grand jury witness to Diddy's team, including the addresses. And obstruction of justice, which is Jordan felt very, very intimidated, carried out to protect the enterprise. The enterprise is Sean Diddy Combs, Bad Boy Records, as a staff, a label, and an MF and crew. Carried out to protect the enterprise. Moreover, hold on, I got more information.
This is crazy, man.
Okay. Thanks, girl. Okay, so anyway, hold on. Let me get back to the mess I was saying. Oh, where am I?
They doing just like
existing obstruction charges. The allegations the existing. So he has existing allegations. For some reason, the feds didn't prosecute, but maybe they didn't want to empty the clip out on them, and they were holding it out for this.
They didn't want to empty the clip.
Obstruction and witness interference were already part of the narrative and were raised by prosecutors when arguing against his bail, with prosecutors alleging Diddy attempted to bribe security staff and threatened and interfered with witnesses and tried to obstruct the government's investigation, repeatedly contacting victims and witnesses. However,
three-way calls. Remember that?
That footage that 50 has. That footage. Jordan's post provides a specific, potentially new piece of evidence that will be relevant to any and all witness tampering and obstruction of justice charges, not the previous SMEX trafficking charges. The charges of witness tampering and obstructions of justice for Diddy and conspiracy for and with Neil Dominique and anybody else involved could still be bought because these alleged acts were not the main subject of the previous trial. Anyway, to wrap this all up, the acquittal of the sex crimes related RICO means the specific case is closed, but the door is wide open for the new investigation and new charges based on the alleged corruption of the legal process itself. You guys. Again, and just to wrap it up, the significance of the video evidence in 50 cents, right? If the government has obtained the tapes through subpoena, or if they were turned over by the filmmaker themselves who obtained them legally, they will scrutinize the videos to see two things. One, they're going to look to see if there's any admissions of guilt on the raw footage that 50 Cent obtained legally for the Diddy doc, okay? Admissions of guilt. Any statements Diddy made that contradict his public plea of not guilty. Did you guys know that if Diddy in any way on that tape admitted in any way that he was guilty, they're going to look at that. On top of that, the crime fraud exception. This is Diddy's biggest risk. Attorney-client privilege does not protect communications made to plan a future crime or fraud. If the tape showed Diddy discussing strategies to tamper with witnesses, obstruct justice, or even lie, which relates directly to the previous concerns you raised, right? And the previous concerns Jordan raised, right? and the Neil Dominique situation, the tapes would not only be admissible, but would be devastating evidence of a new crime. Again, Diddy used unseen Diddy footage showing him strategizing with his legal team. Diddy's team reportedly called this footage stolen and unauthorized, but the producers stated and have shown evidence they obtained it legally. The dispute over its ownership and authorization, of course, is a huge battle in itself, right? However, people said with that Netflix money, Netflix legal went over it over and over and over to ensure, that it actually was legally obtained. So I don't think they have a case in that, right? Listen, they said the footage, it appears to be indeed part of a long-running secret documentary Diddy was making, and he failed to pay, or worse yet, protect it. And the consequences are still the same. His defense's secrets are out. So what does this mean? The tapes contain discussions about how to deal with witnesses like Jordan Dunn, or how to cover their tracks. This is direct evidence for a new obstruction of justice or conspiracy charge. Even if the tapes aren't used in a new criminal trial, right? It does affect credibility at sentencing, because they would absolutely be used by prosecutors to argue for the maximum possible sentence in his existing case, portraying him as unrepentant, as someone who actively tried to subvert the legal system. And also, the lawyers may unfortunately be facing malpractice or ethics for attorneys. While the attorneys are victims of Diddy's secret recording, they could still face professional scrutiny if the tapes show they were made aware of and did not withdraw from a plan to commit a crime. This is the crime fraud exception. Mark Agnifilo at this moment is not in trouble, but the situation is severely compromising his ability to defend Diddy and to defend himself. You guys, listen. Who would have thought that this 50 Cent documentary would be Diddy's undoing? Now, we're going to have to look and wait and see if these investigations, because a lot of people are still afraid of Diddy. A lot of people are still singing Diddy's praises. A lot of people just don't know what to do with the Diddy problem. However, if those tapes have on them what a lot of people hope and think have on them, the prosecutors, either by subpoena or by the filmmaker handing them over, are going to comb through them with a fine-tooth comb. And you guys, Diddy's own statements, his own arrogance, his own hubris might be the thing that gets him a new RICO case and puts him away for a very, very long time. Exactly. Who said the bad boy era is done? Done. Baby, I know Kanye tried to bring it back, but anybody walking around with a Sean Jones tank top at this point, call the police. Please.
Oh my God. Dude, I'm letting you know right now, if they bring Diddy back to trial on a criminal just one half a time, if they reopen this RICO case, oh my God. Man, if they reopen anything on this boy in a criminal fashion, it's going to be lights out.
Hello, officer? He's right there at the end of the block. Call the MF and please. The bad boy era is done. Anybody walking around with a Sean John t-shirt in 2025,
or free Diddy
unless
shirt,
you are clothing and housing insecure and you don't have any choice, check their basement, their trunk, their car for a body in it, underneath it, or buried below. Because again, Diddy just didn't ruin his legacy. He, at least for the immediate future, has restricted even his children being a part of any legitimate stuff for the long being. But anyway, that's just money. We gotta talk about, that's just money. We 100% have to talk about the way that Diddy could be facing criminal charges. And it all hinges down to what is on those 50 tapes. And I'm willing to bet, if I was a betting woman, I would be willing to bet one or two things. One, the feds have issued a subpoena for the 50 Cent tapes, and they are waiting for the subpoena to be complied with. Keep in mind, Netflix documentary, I'm sure Netflix was like, here, before the subpoena even came out. Or two, Netflix willingly turned over the tapes before the subpoena came. And they are combing through them. When I say hours, days, weeks, months of footage, they are combing through all that. They are cross-referencing it with the footage that Little Rod may or may not have supplied from earlier. And at the end of the day, Diddy, his team, and according to Jordan, Neil have a lot to be worried about. You guys, this is a plot twist that nobody saw coming. It's a plot twist that nobody saw coming, but we are happy to actually see it is the end of an era. It is the end of the bad boy era. It's the end. It's the end. Listen, it is the end. At the end of the day, we'll see. But I don't know. Let's see what the feds pull up with that footage. They got a lot to look through. But when Jordan says, I feel like this is going to become something, I would believe that too. Witness, again, I already told you the possible things the feds could be looking at. Diddy's legal team, Diddy, Neil, and anybody else that participated, they are now under high scrutiny for their actions. And if I was a betting woman, I would bet this is not over. This is just the start of something big. And this is why I think Diddy's team has been so quiet, and Diddy's also been so quiet. And this is why I think that Diddy is actually suing Netflix, saying this was obtained illegally. Because, hear me out. You ever hear of fruits of a poison tree? If something is obtained illegally and it was his footage and it was private, then Netflix should have never sold it, did it, bought it, whatever. And there's an argument that can be made about the fact that Diddy, with the Netflix stuff, that the feds can't have access to the tapes because it's private information and it's attorney-client privilege and all this other stuff. But because the documentary is still up, because Netflix is like, oh, baby, we own. When I tell you we own this footage, because it was legally obtained and that documentary is still up, that means that the feds subpoena, or it was turned over willing to the feds, and that means they are combing through everything Diddy has said and done with a fine-tooth comb. And if there is any admissions of guilt, wrongdoing, obstruction, witness tampering, aiding and abetting, the crime fraud exception of the attorney-client privilege, baby, Diddy is done. Like at the end of the day.
It's going to be a part 2 coming out.
At the end of the day. So anyway, y'all, what do y'all think about this? I'm very, very, very interested. I'm very, very interested to know. What are y'all thinking about this? Are we good? Are we happy? I'm happy, baby. It's Christmas came early. Let's see if more charges don't come by this Christmas. So it's a October surprise for Diddy, and we are in November. Anyway, you guys, listen, let me know what you think in the comments. Let me get out of here. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm going to drop a bunch of other videos because there is so much tea coming out right now. And when I say Diddy's team is, according to sources, right? I'm not in Diddy's state. I don't know where they stay. I don't know where they lay. I'm not into Diddy stuff where I'm trying to track people down and send private investigators and find out what's going on. But again, if I could imagine if I was Diddy's team, I would be scrambling right now. Because here's the thing. When you're like, oh, do they remember what they said? Let's not forget one important thing. Every single time that you talk to your attorney, somebody takes note. It's usually a paralegal. It's protected under attorney-client privilege. Mm-hmm. That means they kind of have an idea of what they talked about. They kind of have an idea. Anyway, you guys, whoop-de-whoop, scoop-de-whoop, 6-7. Diddy is out of there. Anyway, you guys, let me know what you think in the comments, and I will talk to you guys.
Man, somebody said Diddy is never getting out. Oh my God, this boy done sealed his own faith. He had somebody follow him around for years. He been doing this, but he never paid the person. And he might have paid some of them people. Damn, Diddy. I know Mark got to be mad at you, man. The more we win, the more you lose. You could have did your 50 months and got out of here, and they, you've been good. I'm telling you, if they bring him back, I don't care if they bring him back and they find him not guilty. I don't even care about that. They bring him back, the whole world gonna be like, dang, oh my God, damn. Then you got all these, you got these 80 civil cases. Somebody gotta wake up and say enough is enough. We talk to the chef lady. Like, yeah, you done put this up, acting all big and bad, but you so scared to testify. You scared to come forward. Say what you know. Oh man, I can't stand them type of people, man. But I pray for her, man. For real, I pray for her. I'm not saying, sit on the pot, you gonna crap or get off of it. You're sitting here talking, you yelling from the bleachers. You can't yell from the bleachers. You got get on the bench at least, or get in the game. If I'm gonna open my mouth, I'm going all the way with it, man. I wish Tisa. Oh man, shout out to Tisa. I wish to God I was out there. Where's that little boy at talking all that trash? Boy, her channel growing so fast. Positivity is gonna win, y'all. That's all you gotta remember. It's positive is gonna win. Negativity will lose. It's in the book. So we ain't got nothing to worry about, man. That's all I'm trying to tell y'all. We ain't got nothing to worry about. Oh my God, man. I cannot believe this. I can't believe it. The feds got the 9 terabytes that they took from his house. Something got to be there. They ain't saying nothing about. You got the Lil Rod footage. The Lil Rod got footage. I don't know what's going on with the Lil Rod's case. The Lil Rod case is scaring me. Now you got the 50 Cent footage. All that stuff the government can be subpoenaing, unless the government want Diddy to get out so they can do some more business. That's the only thing, man. I think the whole world is looking at the government saying, y'all got to do something with this man. How many Diddy lovers you have out there that's still preaching this Diddy lover thing, man? Look here, I'm going to get on up out of here. God damn, that was a juicy one, y'all. Y'all let me know if y'all shout out to all the enders. Let me know if y'all into this joint. I can't wait to get into the comment section, man. I'm gonna have to take a vacation. I'm gonna be in the Philippines. I'm gonna be on the plane checking out all the comments. Or I'm gonna be in the Philippines by the time this one drops. This joint gotta drop. Y'all take it light, take it slow. Y'all tell them Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.